adversities come against me, I eat it up for breakfast. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even care. Like, you know, bring on the problems. More money, more problems. Bring on the problems. You know what I'm saying? Hey guys, my name is Jennifer Ann, and on this channel, we talk about lifestyle, tech, career, and entrepreneurship. Today, what I want to do is talk about how I'm breaking into tech, my journey, and also course careers. So to make a long story short, because I'm sure you guys want to know, like, you know, what even made me think about joining tech. And to be completely honest with you, like, I didn't even have it in my mind. When I thought of tech, I literally was imagining, you know, some people that have to go to college, and which is true, it used to be true, but you know, in these days things change. However, I used to be an Apple Tech advisor like quite a while back, and my parents would always say to me like, oh, you know, you need to get it back into tech. Da, 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 da. They didn't even know, like, that was not even tech, if that makes sense. Like, that's not big tech advisor, tech support is not big tech, if that makes sense. So I just want to come on here to talk to you guys about how I got put onto course careers. I actually went to an event where I met a friend of mine named Cyrus, and he actually told me, I asked him what he did, and he was like, oh, you know, I'm in tech. And I'm like, tech? What is tech? Like, what exactly is it that you do? And so he kind of like explained to me a little bit about what he does, and I'm like, that's pretty interesting. And I go online, I start like going down the rabbit hole, and I run into this guy named Jared Britton, and I reach out to him and I'm letting him know, like, you know, I've been researching tech. I see you've been in tech for like 17 years or however long, and I just want to know if you have any advice to give me, any information you could possibly give me, you know, something. And so he invited me to a couple of different tech events, and oh my gosh, you guys, when I went to these tech events, first of all, I went to Render ATL is like amazing, to say the least. Truly amazing. So I went to, my first day I went to tech events, it was two. The first one was like a place at Racket in downtown Miami, and the second one was the AWS event, which is Amazon Web Services tech event hosted by Render, also in like the Wynwood area. And so when I went there, guys, I truly felt like I found my tribe. I'm from Alabama and I live in Miami now, and growing up, people used to bully me a lot for just being smart or talking about like intellectual things, and I would feel like there was always something wrong with me. And I'm like, you know, maybe I just, not saying I had to dumb myself down, but it's like maybe I just don't even need to be myself or talk about what I want to talk about, because the people that I know, like, they just don't seem to get it, if that makes sense. But when I moved to Miami, everyone out here is just so different. Like, people are open, and I've been down here for quite some time now, and I still kind of felt like maybe I haven't found my tribe, because I'm not saying I'm really nerdy, but like, I'm definitely a little nerdy. Like, I love to learn. I actively read books like on a day-to-day basis. I do quite a bit of personal development. I just want to do better and be better every day, and if I don't make a step towards that every day, then I did not win my day, and that's not acceptable for me. Jerry told me about course careers, and that, you know, he doesn't mind like mentoring me a little bit. And so I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. So I went online, I did a little bit of research about course careers to make sure it was, you know, legitimate, even though I was pretty sure it was legitimate, being that he was already in tech for so many years. Like, he just seemed like a credible person. And so when I went online and I started doing research about course careers, I saw all these other people who like broke into tech and doubled their salary and did all these amazing things within the tech industry. And so I go back to Cyrus's page and I find out that he has a podcast called Tech is the New Black, and that was already insane. Like, when I went on the podcast and I started watching the videos, I'm like, what in the world? And it makes me feel sad for my people, because sometimes we just don't know what we don't know. But it also makes me feel grateful that now I'm going to be able to Now that I'm entering into tech, I have the opportunity to pay it forward. I have the opportunity to be able to teach others the things that I'm learning. Because here's the deal. When I was growing up, we would ride through, my parents would like drive me through neighborhoods of all these like huge houses and mansions and stuff like that. And then they would ride me through the hood. You feel me? And they would let me know, like, depending on what choices you decide to make, you're going to be in one place or the other. You know what I'm saying? For me, I knew I had to pick the other, because one thing that I knew for certain was that I want a certain quality of life. I want certain things out of life that I cannot possibly get if I don't put in the work, right? And through life experiences and learning lessons, I ended up here. 6 months ago, I was not thinking about joining tech. I wasn't even thinking. My mom and dad would tell me, like I said, my mom and dad would tell me all the time, like, oh, you know, when you used to work at Apple, you was doing your thing. Like, you need to get back in tech and da-da-da. They don't even know what they was telling me to do. They don't even know that tech is not even big tech, and big tech is truly amazing. I'm hearing stories about people that are getting unlimited paid time off. I'm hearing stories about people who are getting, you know, double their salary. I'm hearing stories about people who have went from, you know, being homeless to now they're making 6 figures plus a year. And then I go online to find out more, and I see that there's only a handful of people that look like me that are talking about it on social media to spread the word. Do y'all know that tech is like a secret? Like, I don't know about anybody else, but when I was driving through and I was passing by all these big old houses, I always wonder, like, what is it that these people do in order to be so rich? Like, what is it that these people do in order to have all of these assets? What is it that people do in order to take care of their families in these impactful ways? What is it that people do in order to allow them to buy planes and helicopters and all this other stuff? Because they're just human, just like I'm just human, and we're all living in this same world. I know I'm not going crazy. We're all human. We all bleed the same. So if that's a possibility for them in their reality, why can it not be a possibility for me in my reality? So I finished looking at, you know, a couple other people who have started course careers, and I'm like, all right, I heard enough. Say less. I started my journey. Now, once I went on the website, the very first thing I did was the free course, just to see if it was something that I was interested in, because I was so worried. Like, I've literally done everything. I've been a nail tech pretty much my whole life. I've been doing nails since I was like 5. But I've, you know, managed to have little 9-to-5s here and there. But to find out that I could work a 9-to-5, and if my hard work really shows, that I could level up and I could change my kids. I have 2 boys. I'm a single mom of 2. I have 2 boys, Legend and Legacy. Legend is 6 and Legacy is 3, about to be 4. And I'm doing all this stuff on my own in South Florida with no family here, you know. It's definitely trial and error, to say the least. But to be honest with you, I feel like I've been doing my thing, because I just really don't give up. And I feel like as long as you keep going, how could you ever lose? When you lose, it's when you finally decide to give up. And I'm just not giving up. Like, that's just, if I fall off, my kids fall off. So for me, that's unacceptable. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, to see how monumental people transitioning into tech was, to see their stories on Cyrus's, you know, YouTube, Tech is the New Black, to see the stories on Jared's YouTube, you know, Big Tech Energy, I'll link their YouTubes below. It was just truly amazing to me, y'all, like, for real, for real. So another thing that I learned is networking. And I know I'm kind of like going all around right now, but I just want you guys to know that, like, I'm gonna speak more on all of these things. I'm gonna elaborate on all of these things in upcoming videos. I'm just trying to give you like a 360 of how I came to where I came to, and like how I got here, you know. And I'm not even done yet. Like, this is truly just the beginning, and I truly cannot wait for you guys to see how much further it's going to take me, right? And that way you can see what it's going to do for you too. So I currently work in property management. I also do nails on the side, of course, because you know, your girl like to stay cute. You know what I'm saying? But yes, I do nails, I do everything. But I just needed a change. I truly did. And I pray all the time. Like, I don't know if you guys believe in God or not. And, you know, this channel is a no judgment zone. Like, everyone is welcome. Like, you don't judge me and I ain't gonna judge you. You feel what I'm saying? It's what it is what it is. So, you know, but I pray a lot. And I just pray like, God, you've been blessing me with so many things. I just pray that you give me the option and the opportunity and the mindset in order to maintain all the things that you've given me. But that comes with having faith, right? A lot of times we say that we believe in ourselves as like a mechanism, because why wouldn't I say that I don't believe in myself? But a lot of times we don't, and it shows in our actions. And for so long, I thought I believed in myself, just to come to find out that I really didn't. And so as I've been doing my personal development and I've been learning more about life, more about me, who I am and what I want, I realized like, wow, you know, I'm really capable of doing a lot of things. So why not try tech? Why not get into course careers? Why not give it a chance? I've given everything else a chance. Why not bet on me for once? If I'm gonna bet on anything, why not bet on me? That's the best investment I can make. So I did the course careers. On the 6th day, I found out that my grandmother got put in hospice. And that really, really tore me up inside. Being that she lives in Alabama and I live here, we were already dealing with her having like Alzheimer's and stuff like that, you know. So that really, really tore a monkey wrench in like my scheduling and everything. So found out about that, still working a 9-to-5, still dealing with 2 kids, you know, all on my own, and still staying up till 3 o'clock in the morning just doing course careers. Mind you, this was the best choice I feel like I've ever made in my life, because the stuff I was learning in course careers was stuff I literally had never known before. They give you 3 books that you need to read. Now whether you want to take there's a couple different routes you can take. You can buy the books, or you can go on YouTube and you can listen to an audio book, or if you have like Audible or some type of like book service, you can download the books that way. But they're going to give you 3 different books to read, which I recommend that you truly read from beginning to end. Because if you're one of those people who really, really want to get into tech and you want to do like tech sales, which is what I went for, like, this is going to be your guideline. This is going to be your baseline. These books drop so much knowledge and so many gems that is really, truly in your best interest to read it, whether you're going to finish the course or not. Now, like I said, I found out my grandmother was in hospice, so, you know, needless to say, trying to finish up with course careers was not necessarily top priority on my mind, but I was still studying. I didn't even care. Like, I was still going hard. I was still studying, whatever. And a couple of days after that, maybe like a week after that, my grandmother ended up passing. So I had to leave my job. I had to grab my kids. We had to go to Alabama for a couple of days, like a week. We spent time with family. Family came down, which was amazing because we haven't seen them in such a long time. And we also had the funeral. We had, you know, all the things that come with that, right? Which was great. Like, it was bittersweet. Because for one, no one wants to lose a loved one. But for 2, my grandmother made it to 92, you guys. 92? I can only aspire to get to that age. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's amazing. Most people never make it that long. So, you know, I was grateful that I even got to share time with her and spend time with her, because so many people don't make it that long. Like, that was truly a blessing. Anyway, so once that was all said and done, I came back home, got ready to finally get started on my practice exam. Because once I got to the end, I realized, like, dang, I can't do this on my phone, because even the practice exam is going to be proctored. And if you're not familiar with what a proctored exam is, that's basically where you'll be recorded. And I don't know exactly how they work, but I'm pretty sure maybe someone comes back and like looks at your whole test, and then they grade your open-ended questions. And from there, they decide whether you have passed or not. But either way, you're going to be recorded. So it's not going to be looking away, anything like being on your phone. You're not going to step away from your computer. Like, you have to do it on the computer. You have to have audio and visual, because they're going to check for all of that, right? Which is perfect, because that's letting me also know that the people who are passing for real and not just getting someone to pass for them, if that makes sense. And I could tell that doing course careers, they really care about you being able to take in the knowledge and learn what you need to learn, because they're not going to allow you to just take the test and call it a day. They want to make sure that you know that information before you take the test. And I can respect that. Like, that makes me feel great, you know. But when I did get ready to take the exam, now my kids spilled water all over my laptop. So needless to say, my laptop wasn't working. Someone told me to like sit it in rice or something. So now I'm sitting in rice for a couple of days. And I'm like, man, like, this is taking so much longer than what I need for it to take. It's ridiculous. For real, for real. Like, but that's when you know you're about to level up. Because the devil comes and he hits you from every single angle he could possibly hit you from, when he knows you're about to step into your next level of greatness. So when all of these adversities come against me, I eat it up for breakfast. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even care. Like, you know, bring on the problems. More money, more problems. Bring on the problems. You know what I'm saying? Like, I enjoy it because I know that, you know, it's just like yin and yang. You can't have one without the other. So every time there's a level up, better believe there's going to be something else that also happens before you can actually achieve that next level. And I'm prepared. I'm ready for whatever, right? So put the rights on the computer, on my laptop or whatever. Laptop finally working, right? Now I get my laptop working and I log on to Course Careers. I'm getting ready to take my exam. I'm so excited to take my exam, right? And turns out my camera don't work. What in the world? My camera don't work? Like, that's crazy. And so I'm like, you know what? Forget this course. I just got to take a minute to just, you know, breathe in, breathe out, and just, you know, figure out another solution, whether that's going to be me buying a new laptop, me figuring out something else. Like, I don't know. I don't know what I got to do, but I got to figure it out. So, I go online, I go on Amazon, I'm looking up different, you know, cameras that I can connect to my computer, because clearly I've done everything possible. I've called Windows, Microsoft, I done called everybody. I've gotten them to, you know, share screen and take control of my computer to try to get the camera to work, and the camera just not working. Like, I don't know what was going on. So I'm on Amazon, I'm looking at the cameras, and I'm like, what in the world? Because they're like $40 for these little cameras. Like, are you kidding me right now? A old little webcam. Not saying, you know, is anything wrong with webcams, but it's like, that just kind of reminds me of like Skype days. If you're a 90s baby, you know what that is, you know. But yeah, so I bought me a camera online, a webcam online. Then it got delayed. So every single time one of these things happen, like I said, it makes me more happy, because like the amount of pressure that's being applied upon me, from my grandmother passing away, to my laptop being covered in water, to my camera not working, then my camera getting delayed. Like, all of these things were a test of faith to see if I was really going to be strong enough to continue to say, you know what, in spite of everything that's happened, I'm still going to go hard. I'm still going to find a way. I'm still going to try. I don't care what happens. No matter what, I'm still going to keep going. Because how can I tell other people to keep going if that's not what I'm going to do? And that's exactly what I'm going to do. So my camera literally, you know, now here we are. What is today's date? I don't even know. May 27th. Here we are, May 27th. And I have all the knowledge from the Course Careers, but I haven't taken my exam yet. So I still have to take my exam. However, in the process of doing all of these things, I've been going to tech networking events left and right, and I've been meeting some amazing people that I've never met before, people that have a different sense of urgency, people who really care about themselves, people who are really out here making things happen and doing things, people out here who really believe in me. And so that was another reminder to say, keep going, because a lot of people don't see in their lives what you see in your life, and that's already a blessing in itself. So I'm like, all right, got the camera, just got the camera. I'm gonna go and take the course. I don't know, soon, maybe in a day or 2 or 3. I don't know. But either way, in the process, I ended up meeting a friend of mine who actually referred me to a company. And I've been hearing a lot about how referrals are so important. Referrals are amazing. You know, we'll talk about this on another video, but essentially, I ended up getting an interview, and I'm pretty sure that everything went wonderful. I don't know, but unfortunately Memorial Day is on Monday, so they're not going to be open. I should hear something on Tuesday. But just think about the fact that when I originally started tech, like the boot camp and everything, I told myself, you know, I'm going to wait until towards the end of the year to try to like finish all of this up and like try to transition into tech, because I actually love my job where I work at right now. I love doing nails and I love my job. However, obviously I want more for myself. I had a good time, and I just don't want to leave them like that. You know what I'm saying? But God sometimes have a different idea and path for you than what you even imagine for yourself sometimes, and that's just the grace of it, you know. So with course careers, I just wanted to kind of like touch bases back on them really quick. If you are someone that's interested in breaking into tech and starting your career and doubling your salary and potentially making 6 figures or more, then you want to go to course careers, okay? Because let me tell you, when I did my very first interview, I would have never even made it to the second one, right? The first interview was over the phone, and the second one was going to be in person. And so the first interview, everything the girl was asking me about, I would not have known anything if it wasn't for course careers. Like, this girl literally asked me the questions that I was receiving at the end of the chapters on course careers. You understand what I'm saying to you right now? So if you really, really want to be able to break into tech and get a job and pass the interview and really stand out and make a difference, course careers is going to be for you. Now, they charge $4.99 for the course if you use my code manifest50, because that's what we're doing over here. We're manifesting our futures. We're manifesting our new monies. We're manifesting our new life, you know, but all of that doesn't go without intention and without action, right? So it's $4.99, but if you use my code manifest50, then you'll get $50 off. Now, when you're done with the course careers actually has an option to essentially employ you on an internship that's going to be, you know, pretty decent money. Now, say that, you know, you want to break into tech, but you don't want to pay the whole $450 at the moment. Guess what? They also have payment plans. So if you want, you can do a little payment plan. I believe it's like $150 every other week or something like that, but they definitely have payment plans that start off at $150 a piece. So, you know, that's pretty amazing as well. Just knowing that you can break into tech with either $450 or $150 down. Once you're done with the actual course itself, then course careers will give you the opportunity to be an intern, and they'll pay you a certain amount, which is pretty decent pay, I would like to think. After you're done with that, they're going to be working on getting you interviews. I've seen firsthand that a lot of people have gotten interviews with 6-figure plus jobs. Like, that's truly amazing. And even if it's not all the way 6 figures, it's still doubling their salary or close to it, even tripling their salary. So for me, it's like, why wouldn't I do course careers? Not only that, but think about the fact that if you do the internship when you get done, then they're literally paying you the money back that you just spent to start the course. What? So you mean to tell me that if I take this course, I can start it and I can do it for the free $99? Don't mind if I do. Sign me up. So that just go, if you really, really want to do it and you really got it in you to do it, then do it. You know, I just have to be 100% transparent, because we don't do excuses around here. We keep going. and I believe in that wholeheartedly. I've done that my whole life, and it's been working out for me, and I know it can work out for you if only you believe. So at the end of the day, I just wanted to share with you guys a little bit about how I started Course Careers, how everything's going. I'm going to upload some more videos, of course, because there's so much for us to talk about. For real, like, oh my God, this is only the tip of the iceberg. But I just wanted to let you guys know, what was going on right now. And I will talk to you soon. I forgot. Also, if you want to connect with me, I'm gonna put my link below, and I'll also go ahead and put the link for Course Career so you can get $50 off if that's something that you choose to do. All right, thank you guys so much for watching my first YouTube actual video, and I can't wait to speak with you all and hear about your journey and how you guys broke into tech and just grow from there. Have a good one.